is low. Call it right and win the dough on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome to Card Sharks. Card Sharks, a game of decisions where you can win a fortune on the turn of a single card. Thanks for joining us. Let's get to the cards. Janice and Ann, if you will, start loading in the cards, please. The red cards on the top to be played by the champion. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by the challenger. And now let's meet today's Card Sharks. Hello, Elaine Overby. Nice to see you again.
Thanks.
Our returning champion.
Yes?
And we found out the last time you were here that you and your sister are struggling songwriters from the Midwest. Was your sister here with you when you won?
No, she has to work. We're really struggling.
How did she feel when you came home and told her you won $1,250?
Well, she figured I can pay the rent.
Oh, I
That's
see.
really neat, isn't it?
Good to have you back, Elaine.
Thanks.
And we're meeting your challenger for the first time. This is Miriam Boris. Hello, Miriam.
Hi
Welcome.
there.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Tell us something about yourself.
Well, I'm a UCLA student studying in psychology, and I've worked with mentally retarded kids and
Terrific.
all kinds of fun things.
That's nice. What would you like to do when you get out?
Be grown up. I don't know.
Good to have you here, Miriam. Good luck to both of you. Each player has their own deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled and cut before we go on the air. And the red cards on top will be played by Elaine. The lower cards, the blue cards, will be played by Miriam. And the object of the game, players, is to work your way across the board, predicting whether each of these cards is higher or lower than the one that precedes it. Before you can begin calling high-low on the cards, you must first answer a high-low toss-up question. Here comes G2T2. All of our toss-up questions based on a poll of 100 people, and they test your ability to judge human nature. Good luck to both of you. The first question goes to you, Elaine. We polled 100 women in a California studio audience. Now, right now, are you wearing falsies?
Oh.
How many women admitted they were wearing falsies?
Oh, I don't think too many would admit it at all. I'd say 5.
You say 5. Miriam, she says 5 women admitted they were wearing falsies. Higher or lower than 5?
Well, I agree that not too many people will admit that they wear falsies, but I think that more than 5, so I'll say higher.
You say higher. Our studio audience agrees with you there. Let's all find out together, because I don't know either. And if it is higher, you'll go to the board first, Miriam. If not, it'll be Elaine. The actual number of women who said they were wearing falsies is 4, not higher. Elaine, you got it. Elaine, you were right on with it, too. Just one away. All right, Elaine, you answered the high-low toss-up. That means you have the right to change your base card, and we'll take a look at your base card. It is an 8. You want to play that, or you want to change it?
I want to change that.
Here's the next card off the top of the deck, and this one you must play. It is, oh, it's an ace. Great card to start out with.
Okay.
Elaine, is this higher or lower than the ace?
The next one's going to be lower.
Definitely lower. Nothing higher, but you could lose, remember, if it's another ace. It has to be lower than an ace. Oh, only 4 of them in the deck, and 2 of them come up together. My goodness, not only have you lost that card, but by losing that, you've given Miriam a free chance at her cards. That was a surprise. Miriam, we'll look at your base card. You cannot change it because you didn't answer the question. You have a king.
Whoa,
Good
that's
card.
great. That's great.
Miriam, higher or lower on this?
Oh, that's going to be lower. I know it.
Lower than a king. It is a 7. Now, Miriam, you can freeze and protect your position, or you can continue calling high-low all the way across the board. But remember, one mistake, you lose all the cards back to your base card.
Well, I'm getting cold, so I'm freezing.
You'll freeze it right there. That becomes a new base card. You can't lose those 2 cards. Janice will fill in the space there for Elaine. That was a surprise. 2 aces in a row.
Was.
Question this time to you, Miriam. We asked 100 priests, does flying in an airplane ever make you nervous? How many said yes?
Well, I would think that priests are pretty sure of themselves, and I would have to say that only 15 would say it makes them nervous.
15 say it makes them nervous. Elaine, higher or lower than 15?
I think a little lower.
You'll say even lower than
I think
that?
a little lower, yeah.
The actual number, and again, the audience agrees, the actual number of priests who said flying makes them nervous is 33. It's not lower. Miriam. So far, our audience is 2 for 2. They have nothing right.
They should be up there.
33 got nervous. The rest of them figure someone up there doesn't like them. All right, we are at your Miriam. You didn't like that 7 before. Do you want to play it now?
No way. Give me
Here's the next card. It is a 4.
Oh, that's better. All right.
Higher or lower with this card, Miriam?
Oh, this one's going to be higher.
Higher than a 4.
Yeah!
Very much higher. Same options apply. You can freeze or continue.
The next one I just know is going to be lower, so I'm going to go ahead.
Lower than a jack.
Yeah!
It is a 10. Lower than it. Now a difficult decision. Remember, we play the best 2 out of 3. If you get to the end, you've won the first game of the match. Do you want to play it and risk them, or do you want to freeze?
I'm going to freeze right here.
You'll freeze it right there, needing 1 card. And again, you've kept Elaine away from those cards. We do play the best 2 out of 3. The winner of the game gets $100. The winner of the match, each game worth $100. The winner of the match goes on to play the money cards where you can win thousands. Elaine, a question to you. We asked 100 people in a California studio audience, have you ever been divorced? How many said yes, they have?
Oh, I think I heard a statistics one that's really going up, so I'd say 50.
You say 50. She's going right up the middle with that. Higher or lower, Miriam?
Everybody in the audience was even married at one time, so I'm going to say it's lower.
You say lower. The actual number of people who said they have been divorced is 13. It is lower, Miriam. Yes. Miriam, again, you've got control of the board. You want to play that 10 or change it?
I'm going to change it.
Miriam, you get so excited. I think that's great. That's lovely. Here we go. It is an... Couldn't ask for a better one. Go ahead and call it, Miriam.
All right, it's going to be lower.
For win number 1, if this is lower than an ace, it is. Miriam's got the first game of $100. You can calm down a second. We'll be back with the next game right after we take time out for this. Janice, if you will, clear the board.
When celebrities match contestants,
King Kong.
King Kong.
King Kong.
it's fun.
Well, I have matched. That's what I said.
But when married celebrities match each other,
He's my big, handsome man.
That's what
it's perfect.
What is there to say?
Tattletales followed by Match Game, a perfectly matched pair.
You're not fooling around with pussycats up here, folks.
Oh, we're ready.
Today at 9 a.m. on BUZZR. Let's play.
Miriam leads 1-0, $100 for the game. Now the pressure's on the champion. Janice, if you will, deal out the cards for the next game of the match. Same decks. These are the cards coming right off the top where we left off. Miriam, as we left off, the question goes to you. We asked 100 policemen in California, has anyone ever tried to bribe you? How many policemen said yes?
Well, I would imagine that not too many people are dumb enough to try and bribe them. So I'm going to say...
How many?
Well, 40.
About 40. All right. Elaine was shaking her head, agreeing with you about not too many people being dumb enough to try it. Elaine, do you agree with her about 40, higher or lower?
I don't know. I think it's going to be lower.
You say lower than that?
Yes.
Well, the actual number of policemen who said someone has tried to bribe them is 79. It's not lower. Miriam. Wow.
This is my day.
That is surprising. 79. I didn't expect that. Miriam, we'll take a look at your base card for this game. It is a 9. You want to play that or change
A
it?
9 is a stinko, so I'm going to change it.
9 is a stinko, huh? Here's the next card. You must play this one.
I apologize.
Miriam, I'll
9.
give you another option. You want to play the 9 of diamonds or the 9 of hearts? Which one do you want to play? Is this higher or lower?
Oh, I just know it's going to be lower, though.
Lower than a 9. It's a king. Not lower. That's a break for the champion, Elaine. We're going to look at your base card, Elaine. You've got a 7. You must play it. Call this next card.
Okay, it's a lousy card, but I think it's going to be higher.
Higher than a 7. It's a 9.
Oh,
Want to
gee.
freeze or continue?
I think I'm going to freeze. That's such a lousy card.
Freeze it right there with that 1 card lead. We'll fill in the space for Miriam. We'll get the next question to you, Elaine. We asked 100 people in a previous studio audience, have you ever fallen in love? How many said no, they've never fallen in love?
Oh, I think everybody's fallen in love at one point. I think 3.
3. She says 3. Miriam, higher or lower than 3, say they've never fallen in love.
Well, I'm going to say, believe it or not, I'm going to say lower.
You're going to say lower
Yes.
than that? We have an audience of romantics out there who do not agree with you. Well, the actual number of poor souls, I must say, who said they've never fallen in love is 3. Right on the button, Elaine. My goodness. Elaine, you want this 9? You want to change it?
I want to get rid of that 9.
And we have a 5.
Yeah.
That's a bit of an improvement there. Higher or lower, Elaine?
It'll be higher.
Higher than a 5. It is a queen.
Oh, good, terrific. Okay, the next card will be lower.
Lower than a queen as she continues. It is a 4.
Oh!
Big decision now. 1 card, but you can lose all of them. What are you going to do, Elaine?
I don't know what I should do. I think I'm going to freeze.
You're going to freeze with a 4.
Yes.
Needing just 1 card. Well, she didn't want to lose those other 2 cards, and that's her decision to make, though she had a very good card. But remember, she could still play the 4 if she wanted to the next time, providing she gets back up there. Right now, we go with a question to Miriam. We asked 100 women senior citizens, have you ever ridden on a skateboard? How many said they had?
Well, I feel that skateboards have come out, fairly recently. So I'm going to say that 2 say they...
2. I heard someone in the audience say 2. Are you being easily led there, Miriam?
Too easily, I'm afraid.
Elaine, higher or lower than 2 said they've been on a skateboard.
I can't imagine, but I guess I'd say a little higher.
You say a little higher. Higher
Gosh.
it is. Well, the actual number of daring women senior citizens who said they've ridden a skateboard is 7. It is higher, Elaine. Now, Elaine, you're looking at a 4. Do you want to play it or change it?
I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to say the next one's higher.
And, Elaine, if this is higher than a 4, we have a tie match.
Oh.
For the game to tie up the match higher than a 4, it's a... Little Janice, we are tied 1-1. Someone gets to the money cards. We've got a tiebreaker coming up with just 3 cards right after this, so don't go away. Well, each player has 1 game and $100. We go to the tiebreaker, and Janice and Ann, if you will, let's get set up for the tiebreaker right now. And as I mentioned going into the commercial, we play with just 3 cards in the tiebreaker. So control is very, very important. And that control of the board will be decided first with this question. Elaine, yes. We asked 100 California men, are you wearing garters to hold up your socks? You know what garters are?
The little things on the butt.
The little thing, yes.
Oh.
How many of them said yes?
Oh, I don't think very many of them use them at all. I'd say 2.
You say 2?
Yes.
2. Miriam, higher or lower than 2 men said they were wearing garters?
Boy. I think hardly anybody would have them, but I'm going to have to say higher.
You say higher. The actual number of men who said they were wearing garters is 2. Again, you're right on the button, Elaine.
Oh, my gosh.
And I remember that audience. Those same 2 guys were also wearing spats, I'm sure. Elaine, we'll look at your base card for the tiebreaker, and it is a 4. You want to play that 4
I'm
or
going to
change
keep it.
All right.
And I think the next one will be higher.
Higher than a 4. It is a 10.
Oh, good.
Big decision now, Elaine. You need only 1 card, but you could lose both of them. What is it?
I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to say it's lower.
Lower. If this is lower than a 10, Elaine has the championship once again. If not, Miriam is still in it. Lower than a 10, it's a 2. She did it. Yes, indeed, Elaine. Congratulations. Great comeback. Miriam, thank you. You played the game very well. And we've got $100 for winning the game. And, of course, we have some nice parting gifts as well. You're delightful. I hope you're as bubbly and everything else that you do in life. Thank you for being here, Miriam. Elaine, come on down here with me. Elaine, as I remember the last time, you were a little nervous.
Yes.
And I seem to recall that you even didn't bet too much on an ace, right?
I was scared to death. I didn't know what was going on.
How do you feel now? You got more confidence?
Yes, and more money.
And more money. Well, let's find out how she does with the money cards and a chance to win thousands of dollars right after we take time out for this.
On game day, a feud destined for greatness with players ripped from the sidelines clash head-to-head on the shag carpet-covered field of play. Buzzer Bowl, Sunday starting at 1 on BUZZR.
And we're back with Elaine Overby, another $200 for winning 2 games there. Elaine, you're up to $1,450.
Oh, gee, I can't believe it.
Somebody who said they were so broke, now you're doing good.
I know.
You're relaxed now and ready?
I'm not relaxed, but I'm ready.
Okay, let's really make it big. Let's open the board and get to the money cards. Elaine, if you will. Here's how we play the money cards. The $200 you won in the game is yours to keep. Now we are going to give you a brand new deck of cards, all shuffled and cut, and new money to play with. This time you're going to bet that money. Right. Starting on the bottom line with $200, you bet that as you wish with these 3 cards. When you move up to the second level, we add another $200 of betting money, and again you have 3 cards to bet on. $50 minimum bets until you get to that top card, the big bet. And there you must bet at least half the money. Now it can really add up, and Elaine, I want you to do it. Our struggling songwriter, come on.
Really?
$200
okay.
to start with.
Thanks.
And as always, a choice of 2 base cards. Elaine, your first one is a 10.
A 10.
You want to play that 10? Or you want to change it?
I think I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep it.
I'm
All
afraid
right.
I get a lousy card.
$200 and a 10. Let's go, Elaine. What's your bet on this card?
150, that it'll be lower.
$150, lower than a 10. It's a 9, yes.
Okay.
$350 now. You got a 9. What's your bet?
I don't like a 9 either. Okay, 50, that it's going to be lower.
$50 lower. Let's see if we get a better card. $50 bet, lower than a 9. It's a king. All right. Okay. You bet it very well, though. You only lost the $50, and you wound up with a good card. That's not a bad trade. You've got a king and $300. What do you
I'm going to bet it all that it's going to be lower.
All of it. Lower than a king. Remember, as in the game, it must be lower. Getting a lot of encouragement from the audience. I hope they're right. $300 lower than a king. It's an ace! Ooh.
Terrible.
Boy, those aces. However, you're not out of it yet because the ace moves up here.
Okay.
We've got that other $200 of betting money. Now you've got another $200 and a great card. Let's go. Let's build it up.
Okay, all of it that it's going to be lower.
Lower than an ace for $200. It's an 8.
Oh, good.
Back up to $400 with an 8. What do you bet
I don't
here?
like an 8, though. All right, 50 that it's going to be lower.
Lower than an 8. $50. $50 lower. It's a 2. All right, this time you got it. And again, you got a great card. $450 and a deuce.
Okay. I'm going to bet $400 that it's going to be higher.
$400. Higher than a 2. It's a 6. You did it. All right, we've got $850 now. We'll move the 6 up here. Now, you must bet at least $425. You can bet more. You have $850 and a 6. What's your big bet?
Okay, I'm going to bet $450 that it's going to be higher.
$450. Higher than a 6. It's an 8. You did it. $1,300. Come on over. That's lovely. Our struggling songwriter, you got some more money. Another $1,300.
Oh, geez.
Your winnings now, $2,750, Elaine, and she'll be the new challenger right after this. Good job.
Up next, it's another round of contestants and the luck of the draw on Card Sharks. Then the deck is stacked against these famous husbands and their wives' side of the story on Tattletales.
Elaine Overby, $2,750. Elaine, you said you were going to ask me a question. What?
I just wanted to know if I could say hello to my parents, my grandparents, and all my friends.
What's your parents' name?
Kay and Frank.
And your grandparents' names?
Frank and Eva and Irma.
No, you can't say that. Okay.
Okay, I won't.
Janice, if you will, we've got 2 brand new decks for the next match. Janice, if you'll fill in the spaces there, we will meet our next player here on Card Sharks. Hello, Jeff. Good to see you. You want to say hello to people too, Jeff? No.
Hi, Mom.
Tell us something about yourself, Jeff.
Well, I'm a sales manager of an automobile agency, and I live in Malibu, and I'm single. Like diving and swimming and boating.
Terrific.
Thank you.
There's some ladies out there who are suddenly very interested in diving and swimming and boating. Jeff, good to have you here.
Thank you, Jim.
Good luck in the match. Our challenger, you'll play the lower cards, the blue cards, and Elaine will play the red cards, the top cards, as we get into the match with a question for Elaine. We polled 100 men in California and asked them, if there were a safe and effective birth control pill for men, would you use it? How many men said they would be willing to go on the pill?
Oh, boy. I don't think too many of them would, but maybe if you would get liberated. I'd say maybe 38.
38. She says 38 men would be willing to go on a birth control pill for men? Jeff, higher or lower?
Well, as a man, I think I would definitely say higher because I would do it more than for sure, yes.
Your stock just went up with the ladies out there in the audience, too. The actual number of men who said they would take a birth control pill is 47. It's higher. Jeff, you've got the control.
Thank you.
Yes. 47 of them said that they would take the pill, and the others are not afraid of getting pregnant. Jeff, we'll take a look at your base card here. You have an 8. You want to play that? Or you want to change it?
No, definitely want to change that.
There's the next card off the top of your deck. It is a jack. You got to play that one?
Yes, yes.
Call this card.
I'd say the next card is lower.
Lower than a jack. It is a 7. Want to freeze, or would you like to continue?
I think I'm going to play on, and I'm going to say the next card is higher.
Higher than a 7. Risking that card in this one. It is a 9. Got away with it.
Now I think I'm going to freeze.
Now he's going to freeze it right there. We'll move the freeze bar over. That becomes a new base card. You need just 2 cards for the first game of the match. Elaine has yet to get to her cards, and we will get to the match again when we get together next time. Okay, Elaine, Jeff, you'll be back? Yeah. They're saying go like this, and that means it's time for me to say to go like this. Bye-bye for now. See you next time on Card Sharks.
Some of our contestants will receive St. Mary's luxurious bath fashions, colorful towels, with rugs and bath carpeting of 100% Tecron polyester, soft, thick pile that's completely machine washable, and Prince Gardner matching leather accessories. Smartly styled for fashion punches men and women a perfect gift of fine name Prince Gardner, and a selection of Tente products. The great new building set from Hasbro. With Tente, it's a snap to be a better builder. And from Gallery of Homes, a current listing brochure. Gallery of Homes, a national network of independent real estate brokers. We bring people home. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.